Welcome to St George's Park, a venue historically known within the futsal community. Beautiful court here. We're here for the FA Futsal Summer Showdown, National Futsal Series. This is the big one. Division 1 is here, and we've got an amazing lineup for you today. We kick off with the curtain raiser, that is Bolton versus Derby. We'll then go to Worcester versus Pro Futsal London. London Helvetia then take on Birmingham in the early afternoon, and we've talked about a good curtain raiser. We've got a great finale as well as Manchester take on Loughborough. Just a few moments ago, I did catch up though with the coaches of both sides. For Derby, it's Chris Sewell, and Bolton, Joe Ryan. Here's what they had to say.
Chris Sewell, ahead of the game here today. Chris, first of all, I guess the question is, how nice is it to be back? How much are you looking forward to it? It's been a while.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, what's it been, 14, 16 months now? And to be back first game of the season at St George's, absolute dream. And the setup, production around the whole event, absolutely superb.
It's going to be an interesting one, this one. It's the game that a lot of people have sort of earmarked as a potential game of the weekend. There's a lot of unknowns as well, a lot of new players. What are you expecting from this game?
I'm new with Derby. I've been in and around the league for the last few years, but first day with Derby, so it's just going to be getting in, seeing the lads. I think today's game will be a really exciting one.
So, massive game, so nice to be back for everyone here at the National Futsal Centre. How much are you looking forward to it?
I'm buzzing to be back.
It's been such a long time, isn't it, since we've been in this environment. Has it been in the camp quite a big thing? Has everyone sort of been earmarking this day for a long time?
Yeah, I think you know, everyone's excited to get back. It's been so long, so it's just about making the most of it and having, you know, do our jobs properly, and we'll have loads of fun. It'll be fine.
Bit of a unique competition, this is Summer Showdown, a shortened season, but gives us the opportunity as fans just to watch so much good quality futsal in such a short period of time. How much are you looking forward to getting involved in this? Because it's top quality, isn't it?
It's going to be brilliant. There's going to be some top teams out and show some top players. So I'm glad that I'm on the side of it. To be honest, I get a decent view, don't I?
Oh, Joe Ryan really looking forward to it, as are we all. The scene is set then here at St George's Park for the first game of the day. Joe Payne starts in goal for Bolton. Rob Harper, Matt Overton, Conor Kernahan and Mikey Bulmer are the rest of the starting five. For Derby, their starting five is Chris Paulson in goal. They've got Tom Gascoigne, Sam McGrath, Sam Huntington and Jordan Riley as their starting five. Time on the ball will be at an absolute premium. That's an early error. Overton looking to spin out, couldn't bring it under. That was half a chance if he could have controlled. That's a lovely turn of pace. Squared across, this should be the first goal, and isn't. 2 bites of the cherry, and not quite home for Derby. That was a big moment.
Yeah, huge in transition there, because I think Bolton had the ball down the top end, and then Derby broke really quickly through. I think Liam Hunt, who's really bright in those moments, probably should have been 1-0 up there. Yeah, they'll be strong. But saying that, they wouldn't have had friendlies of this level. Here we go.
Chance. Bolton then away. Shot comes in early. And I just wonder if Lamb didn't really trust his pace there.
Yeah, I think there he could have cut across the defender and got in a little bit closer. I think he's took it a bit too early, like you say. Probably didn't trust his decision making in going across the defender. Just kill that defender's movement. As that top man, as that pivot.
Strong defending from Bolton. Here they go in the transition, 3-on-2 here. Shot comes in. What a brilliant strike it is. And the first goal of the Summer Showdown in the men's top tier goes the way of Bolton. What an absolute banger it was too.
Yeah, it's a great goal in transition again. I said the goal might come from transition, but this was brilliant from Bolton in a 3v2. You know, so I thought he could have passed it and moved it, but actually the strike's phenomenal there from Oliway, who we know has got a great left foot. Really open up.
And is that something that will come with a little bit more time on the court together? We mentioned how many debutants they've got. Those are the patterns and the movements we see as attack here. That's a lovely little back heel, and there's the shot coming in, and Hunt has got himself a goal.
Brilliant. So that's what we're talking about again. You know, if I look back on that as maybe a transition, but what a goal again for changing in speed, if you know.
This is super from Sam McGrath. Have a little watch of this. Takes on the back foot and just sets it beautifully. Past the keeper, and Barber couldn't keep it out on the line. It's a great finish, and we've got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, definitely. I think defensively there, I think it was Tom Land that didn't really quite get in.
Dangerous ball, and Derby are in again. Good goalkeeping.
Great goalkeeping then to keep that as 1-1.
He was so sharp off his line there, Joe Payne.
It's easier to get good possession from having lots of possession than sometimes trying to get possession of the ball, if that makes sense.
Mate. Sort of, mate. I can see where you're going.
Juju, that's what I mean. So
here goes McGrath. Squares it across from Lozano. Can't quite get on the end of it and wrap his toe around it.
In these moments like this, they won't come out with the ball.
Here comes Cook.
Oh,
I love that. Can he get the shot away? He can. That would have been some goal. No, I've not played FIFA Street in some years, but that is... Can't remember the name of that one, but that is beautifully done.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes, futsal is a very tactical, very much a passing game, but because it's tight, because it's in these situations that players sometimes have to find, their own ways to be creative out. Sometimes I think the Brazilians call it the laboratory of creativity.
It's not quite been the super high scoring game that maybe a few are hoping for or indeed expecting, but you've got two top level operators here and neither one of them is going to give an inch in this first game of the Summer Showdown. Format is pretty brutal, it's very unforgiving. A defeat could be disastrous even in week one.
Yeah,
it's 3 games. If you top your group, you're into the final. It's a tough school.
It's tough because it's such a short competition, if you like, but it's great, but it's tough because great strike. You've got to get into it straight away.
Caught that beautifully, didn't he?
Great
Good
touch.
save. Oh, Whaley has set it up. Chance for Bolton and a big save from Jez Poulsen.
Ollie Whaley there, fantastic touch. Drops it off to Ollie Lucas, and what you want him to do here is strike really hard and high. The next goal is obviously going to be really important because
such a big goal, isn't it?
It's going to be a big one.
If it comes. At this point, probably not fair to say both teams are cancelling each other out, but it's Overton.
Great parallel.
Chance.
Brilliant between Overton and Mikey Bulmer there.
This is Lucas into Whaley. Cook tries to fire across, so it's going to make its way to Rafe Barber, wants it on his right foot. Great reaction, saved by Poulsen.
What a save.
Just
what a save
felt
that is.
For a moment like Rafe Barber had taken a touch too long, but got the shot away, and it's a brilliant stop from Poulsen in the end. Cook reads it. No foul, says the referee.
Oh,
Cook's got another chance though. Can he set it up? He can. Lovely first touch. Derby get back in numbers. Shot never came. Where he finds Cook. Barber's going to hit it. Comfortable save for Poulsen.
What you'll notice about that in that transition, Cook's got up and he's rolled that ball slowly across to, I think, Ollie Lucas, so that he can hit it first time. So it's actually a very clever pass, because what he's done is rolled it slowly across so that I think it was Ollie Lucas so can hit it first time.
Finds Cook. McGrath is back on the court and he's back taking names. 2-3 tackles in for McGrath. Here he is again. He's outnumbered now, and now it's a 2v1. Whaley, chance for Lucas! There it is!
Oh, what a finish. I thought he took an extra touch again that he didn't need to, but he sorted his feet out really quickly there.
And eventually Bolton make the breakthrough. It's a lovely finish, this, from Oscar Lucas. Whaley waited, and that two-touch finish is just a bit of artwork, isn't it?
He's done really well in the end. We said, didn't we, the goals looked like they will come in transition today in this game, and this is what's happened again in terms of transition.
It's Harper, the number 2, not seen too much of him from Bolton. He's got some defending to do here, and here's a chance for McGrath. Tries to play it across, and what a bit of cover. What a bit of cover from Cook.
Great defending. I think that's where you see in these moments world-class players have to do world-class things, and that's the bit before he actually got caught, sucked over to the ball, but in the recovery to slide in and stop that is huge.
Came out of nowhere, didn't he? That's very clever from Barber. Cook's going to try and spot him off his line! Oh. What a goal! Stuart Cook has maybe just iced this game for Bolton with an absolutely incredible goal.
Yeah, do you know what? It reminded me of the first game last season. We were watching, I think it was maybe Bolton, Loughborough, and he did it from distance again. He's so clever. You know, you think he's not looking at everything, and what a finish that is. And again, you know, these are the exciting moments you see in last minutes of futsal when people are trying to take risks, and you can be caught. You can be, you know,
that's a ridiculous goal.
It's a ridiculous goal. Yeah. And I think those moments where they have been caught being too high, Joe's actually been really good at taking that sweeper keeper roll on.
McGrath turning, good defending by Barber again. Good ball out from Cook. Huntington. That's another brilliant bit of last man defending from Stuart Cook. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. And the full-time whistle goes. It's Bolton who start the summer showdown with all 3 points. A brilliant 3-1 victory over Derby with some truly special goals.
That was some goal. First of all, before we talk about the match, all that went down out on court today, just talk us through that finish, because that was some bit of vision from yourself, and the execution wasn't bad either.
Well, it's becoming a bit of a speciality. The last goal I scored was from a little bit further out. I'm getting old now and I can't really get up court that much, so I've got to take the opportunities to shoot whenever they come along. So yeah, it was nice, and obviously made it 3-1, so it gave us that little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, it just felt at that point in the game as well that you were starting to feel under a little bit of pressure, 1 goal advantage, that really made a pretty important gap for you at that stage of the match.
Yeah, definitely. I think in the first half we probably sat off them a little bit too deep, and in the second half we wanted to try and build the pressure a little bit quicker, make them force them into a few more mistakes, and obviously we got the second goal, and I think the second half performance was a lot better from us, and you know, I think moving forward that's what we've got to get better at, a little bit more intensity, a little bit quicker on the pressure, and hopefully we can get a little bit of joy. You know, we've got a young squad, so everyone's still learning, but we're getting there slowly.
You talked about the goal that you last scored. That was a little while ago now, not just for COVID reasons for yourself. It's been a little while since we've seen you out on the court. How nice is it to be back for not just COVID reasons, but post-injury for yourself? It must be a really special feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost ready to play before we went into sort of the lockdown before Christmas, and obviously we had another lockdown and it was delayed a little bit longer. You know, I think everyone puts a little bit of lockdown weight on, so you know, I've been working hard over the last few weeks to try and get into some kind of match sharpness. I still feel quite far off it, but you know, it was nice to be out there. You know, and like I say, I'm trying to lead a pretty young group into, you know, being able to challenge with some of the better teams in the league, and you know, I think they all really enjoyed it, and it was a great result.
Some standard this summer showdown. There's no easy games, there's no gimmies at all. This is a real level. How much are you looking forward to getting into the meat of this competition? Because it's short and quick, but there's going to be some good games along the way. Yeah,
of course. You know, 3 games, potentially 4 if we obviously for whatever reason go unbeaten. But I think it's just great. It's great to have back-to-back games after having such a long period out. You know, previously we've gone weeks without games, and it's difficult to apply some of the learning that we do in training into a game. So you know, having that short period of games and training, it's a real opportunity for everyone to develop pretty quickly leading into the new season.
Well played, mate.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Dean Jason Mike back with you for this second game of the day. Worcester versus Pro Futsal London. The second game in Group A as well, and Pro Futsal London will have the chance to top the group should they better the result secured earlier on in the day by Bolton. This is the Worcester lineup. We're going to start with Dylan Malpass in goal. Their starting 5 consists of Regan McKinnon, Sam Kerwin, Pete Valance and Dale Richards. Pro Futsal London is a team stacked with all-star names. Johnny Sim will kick off in goal. Russell Goldstein, Denison Morera, Jared Rand, Javi Corral, their starting 5. Rand, no way through past Valance. This is Denison. Oh, it's a lovely ball. It's an even better finish from Russell Goldstein. That's a stunning goal to kick us off and to light the touch paper in this second match of the day.
Yeah, the movement there from Russell. He's really good at this, acuteness, as he just floats as the pivot onto the second post as Denison goes to open up the diagonal, and then what a first time finish that is. They're creating loads of problems here with this 4.
Goldstein really good defending from Worcester. Rapid transition though creates a 2v1. Rand goes his own way. There's the goal.
Yeah, again, you know, his left foot, brilliant. He knew exactly what he was doing there. As he went past, he knew he was looking for the second post, the sweaty, as we called it earlier, which was always on as the keeper comes out.
It's Xavi Corral who's provided the finishing touch. He's only been on the court a matter of moments, really. Brilliant work from Rand. It's Goldstein from the corner. Rand fires it in and fires it in. It's deflected, and I think it was at the back post. Can't tell if it came off the man.
I think it came off Richard Ward. Yeah, I think it came off Richard Ward. It looked that way. It was a little bit too easy. Players changing on an exchange and leaving that diagonal.
Yeah, it is Ward's. Yeah, first half has flown by. 3-0 is not a dreadful scoreline if you're Worcester. Acquitted themselves pretty well against a really top side here. And just as I say that, Dennison is going to walk one in. That is such a good goal.
Yeah, again, it's that transition, because, you know, sometimes when you have the ball, you know, you're most vulnerable, and what happened there is Worcester were trying to play, but they're not brave enough to get someone in between the lines. Transition, and then diagonal pass, job done.
Good pass on a futsal court. You're only passing, what, furthest 30 yards maximum, but actually, we talked a little bit about in the first match that you go really into the nitty-gritty of it. Oh, that's a really sad moment for the keeper. Dylan Malpass has been so unfortunate there.
Yeah, we were talking about it. It's the quality of pass that's really important from Dennison, and you know, I'm not sure what's gone on here in terms of the goal, but I think it's hit his heel and it's sort of hit the air, and then in a way, you know.
Oh, that's it.
Like you say, he's been doing so well, and then a bit of a soft one that.
Dennison round the back.
Great save.
Brilliant work. There's your recovery save from Malpass. Goldstein, brilliant. Ward finishes it off and does a press up to boot, but that is just top quality. Goldstein at it again.
Yeah, you see Goldstein's movement here again. So I think it is Ward's recovered the ball. Goldstein just peels off into a little angle for a little vertical 1-2 again that basically kills the defender, and then it's an open finish because Dylan's got to come to his near post. Yeah, it's good. It's important, and like we were talking about before. You know, that's what the players have really missed. You know, there's nothing like it, is there, going out to battle, if you like.
Ward with the strike. Oh, that's clever. Oh, stop that! Stop that right now! What a goal! What a goal that is!
It's a great finish.
Have a watch of this, ladies and gents. Yep. Bang.
There's just no pressure on the ball now from Worcester, and it's just.
It's gone all the way in.
It's just going to end up in more and more problems. So they've dropped deep. They've got no pressure on the ball, whether it's intensity or legs. But you know, you can't give Pro Futsal this look 10 metres on the ball with this time and not expect problems.
Blackburn Rovers from Wolves play in that competition. They've got the freedom to do that. It can be.
Yeah.
They can play all year round. Futsal in the summer, football in the winter.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I know there's some of the ladies are really now.
Oh, there we go. Dennison's going to do it again.
Starting to come into the game. We're talking about the ladies, and yeah, really talented players on show.
It's a great bit of work from Dylan Malpass in the goal again, but nothing he can do with the rebound. Great work from Rand. And Dennison is never, ever missing that.
That's something new.
Another opportunity. It's another goal. It's lethal, isn't it? The chances are starting to come more and more regularly. And Pro Futsal London continue to be absolutely ruthless in front of goal. And the foul came in, so that's sixth foul of the half. 10-metre penalty. And yeah, you're absolutely right. as soon as it's lined up, it just looks a lot more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're not easy, and the keeper can come off the line if they want as well to narrow the angle. So it's different, and it's not as easy as they look, but it's not like a 6 metre penalty beyond the D, which is probably just if you rocket it, you score. This is a lot harder to score. Done well though.
You sure?
It away. Well,
he made that look very easy.
Yeah,
didn't
but
he?
he's got a great left foot, and that's a great finish. So.
Sub-goalkeeper getting involved with the celebrations as well. It was Lazarus. That's a great strike, isn't it? Prepping a wholesale change as well of Pro Futsal London. Oh, it's a great save. There's the rebound. Always there. Ollie Jones hoovers up.
Great pass from Kelvin Dixon, I think, into Russell Goldstein again. And then in the end, it was an easy second post finish. Great cut pass. They've moved the ball really well. They've used the spaces. They've obviously made it very difficult for Worcester from the first couple of minutes to get a foothold. And what I think has been really good about Pro Futsal is how they've opened the court and made it really big when they're attacking.
And it looks like a 6 metre penalty is going to be given here. Vlad Biggie penalised. Well, you'd back Ward from here, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah, but commentator's curse. Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
This is a really difficult one to save, just because of the pace and tempo is so close.
So it proves another one for Pro Futsal London. What have they got for us? Not what was planned, I'm sure.
They were trying to open at the middle there with a block, so sort of rotation with the block, but really it didn't really happen.
Oh, and just as Worcester finally get a chance to have a 2-on-1 through on goal.
Yeah, it's a shame that.
The hooter goes, that will do it. A fantastic, professional, polished performance from Pro Futsal London. They take a very, very handy victory by 13 goals to 0 over Worcester. Joined now by our man of the match. Big congratulations. 13 goals in Pro Futsal London today, Russell Goldstein. That is not a bad day at the office.
No, thank you. Yes, look, main thing is it's just good to be back inside. We've had big prep outdoors, but as you know, if it rains, it's cooled off, and with England at the moment, it's near enough every single week. So it's just good to be back in what we can call the bubble, the futsal bubble, and back inside, just able to play futsal again, and just main thing is just back in and enjoying it. Because I know all the boys we've been raring to go for the past year and a half now.
And how pleasing is it to return with a performance like that, where you guys got to show exactly how good you are and what you can do?
Yeah, look, it's a great team performance at the end of the day, and we've been working so hard, not just on the court but off the court, to try and get that bond back, because you lose it over lockdowns and sort of socialising with people and what it's like. And we tried to have weekly Zoom calls as well.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed that actually. It was something that it was quite obvious, was after every single goal there was a full team celebration.
Yeah.
It was like there's a real point being made about that, to keep the bond and keep the unit together.
Yeah, it's like one of our rules that we have on, like, if you want to call it our whiteboard at our training sessions. It's always celebrate. If we ever concede, we get around each other. There's no digging each other out for mistakes. And I think it just comes down to we've been together now a year and a half, 2 years, most of us 3 years, and just even throughout lockdowns, always being there for one another. I think that created the bond and unity with us that you won't see from most teams. And it's not even that on the bench when we all come off, high fives all round, try and help each other out throughout the thing. And it's also just, you celebrate, it's that mental win as well, not just get the goal. It's you just want to stay accomplishment, really.
Great personal performance as well from yourself. So a couple of lovely goals. The one to kick us off right at the very start was a lovely one, wasn't it? How pleased were you?
Yeah, it's always good to get the first goal in a game, but I couldn't do it without the team. It's a great pass to me to then be able to flick over the keeper, but it's just what we've been practicing week in, week out now, going over on tactics boards virtually as well, and it's finally good just to be able to just actually do it on a court and see what you're practicing is actually coming out. But overall, it's a great performance, really, and everyone can't get the goal without their teammate with them.
Yeah, great to watch it today, mate. Best of luck for the rest of
Not
the
honestly lovely. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. Thank you.
Welcome back to St George's Park, the Wembley of futsal, right here, the National Futsal Centre. Beautiful court for our third game of 4 today. We go into Group B of the FA Futsal National Futsal Series 2021. This is the Summer Showdown, and this is London Helvetia versus Birmingham. Great game in prospect. I chatted to both coaches ahead of this one to get their thoughts ahead of their first game of the day.
Iglak, lovely to have you back with us for this game. Birmingham versus London Helvetia should be a cracker on paper at least. How much are you looking forward to it?
Very excited. Every time we played Helvetia, they've been really good games. There've been a lot of goals and we're hoping for the same. But this time we're looking for a better result. They're a good team, we all know that. But we're going to push them as far as we can today.
The draw in this competition, it's been quite tough for you guys in Group B, the group of death as it were. This is a tough opening game for you. What are you hoping from your lads today, with it being the first game especially?
Well, the first thing is to just get the nerves out, make sure they enjoy the game, and eventually everything take care of themselves, so we'll be on top eventually.
We hope for the best of luck for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Players are making their way into the arena. Helvetia in the blue and white. Birmingham in the old gold. So let's have a look at the two teams then before we get going in our first match of Group B. London Helvetia will open with Mark Croft in goal. Their starting 5 is Eduardo Tijerin, Ivan Zhu, Raoni Medina and Claudio Ribeiro. Here's the Birmingham squad. Sean Bryant will open in goal. Their starting 4 outfield is Chris Bright, Zach Price, Douglas Reed and Lewis Scott. So a corner here for Helvetia. It's going to go back to Zhu. And neither Medina or Ribeiro could get on the end of that.
So this is where it's going to be interesting here, because we know that, you know, Helvetia are going to come out and like to dominate the ball, like to have a lot of the ball. So it's how well Birmingham can do with the ball.
Here's the first thing that we see then with Birmingham possession. It's fed up the line towards Chris Bright, and eventually Birmingham dispossessed. The tracking, Medina's still there, and Ribeiro is there. And the first goal of the game goes Helvetia's way. Claudio Ribeiro seizing on the mistake provided to him by Medina, and he flashed in the finish.
Yeah, they already had a warning, didn't they, Birmingham, about, you know, making sure they don't lose the ball in those areas.
Birmingham back in possession. That's a good looking ball. Oh, it's a really good save too. Smart stop from Mark Croft. What a ball that was, by the way.
Ball. Absolutely great diagonal pass. And
Lewis Scott with the chance.
Big chance, because they got opened up there, Helvetia.
Here he is, Carl Freeman. Now with him again. Back out to Vitor Hugo da Silva. It's a great pass fired in, goes for the return.
That looked like a penalty to me, yeah.
And it has been given as well. That's brilliant play.
Yeah. It looked like it hit Doug Reed's arm as he slid through.
So it's Ruben Fernandez over the penalty for London Helvetia. 2-0.
Tough to take that for Birmingham, I suppose, or, you know, if they're not conceded so early in the first one, a 1-0 you'd probably say is probably about right, because the Helvetia were just getting a little bit more dominant. 2-0's a bit harder to come back from, but... And that's why the acceleration out of possession as well in the pressure, in pressing, is really, really important. So with the ball, but without the ball as well, having good, quick players that can accelerate.
Chance Birmingham. It's a good chance. It's a good goal.
That's a great goal by Manmeet.
Manmeet Jack Pal is on the score sheet for Birmingham. They've deserved that for me. and they are right back in this game.
That's where we were talking about, at times Helvetia, when they're pressing, can actually be quite open and get caught. And actually, Birmingham have some good 1v1 players like Munmi and Lewis Scott and Zach Price who like that, who enjoy that, and what a great finish that is. Good change play for Victor. Just open the other side of the court up. He's looking for that forward pass, but it's not quite on there.
Rivera again, stops and goes. Lovely, great football. Rivera couldn't quite get the finish. I think he's appealing for a foul. We might need another look at this. It's only a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, it's a great passage of play here from Helvetia, moving the ball. I didn't think there was much contact, but yeah, I don't think it'd be tough to give that away to Zach Price.
That's such a good move, isn't it?
Because otherwise...
Well, they do eventually, and there's the chance. Can he lob the goalkeeper? It might have been out of his D. It was very close. Well, we'll want another look at that, I think.
Yeah. It looked tight, didn't it?
It looked very tight. Ball across the face, and now there might be a chance.
A very open game. Great recovery from Vitor.
Hugo de Silva's done so well to get back there. Let's have a little look at this. This is really, really close.
It's a bit of a transitional moment. I'd like to see a different angle on that.
Let's meet Jacques Powell and Zach Price. Over the ball is Daniel Guy. Here comes the movement. It's Guy, he's gone for the shot. It's a smart save too. Saw that really late, did Mark Croft. Always kept it in.
Great feet.
Oh, wow, what a save.
Great feet from
I thought that was in for a moment. Man, meet Jacques Powell, that was amazing. Absolutely right, yeah.
Great decision, great feet. I think it's hit the knee of Mark Croft to just stay out.
Big shout on the camera work as well, got that absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Great refereeing that, because that did stay in.
Yeah, everyone stopped, didn't they? Vitor Hugo de Silva. Oh, gets it back, brilliant. And he was never missing that, was he? That's the quality.
Yeah, he was never going to, when he landed on that in front of goal in that area facing forward, no problem. He's not going to finish that, a player of his quality. It's pretty unfortunate here for Birmingham because it sort of bobbled through.
Palfreyman, can he make something magical happen in the final moments? There is your answer. Liam Palfreyman with a stunner in the final 10 seconds of the first half.
Great strike. And this is Liam showing his quality, that, like I said, that 5 metres of space to open up, be able to get a strike in. And
Joel Hughes wasn't even looking at him.
Great pass.
Great ball, Medina. Oh, what a good goal. What a good goal that is.
It's a great goal, it's a great pass by Victor. His left foot here, inverted. Medina's really he's comfortable in these situations. He knows how to spin off the second post.
What was the format of this competition with just the single elimination almost for that game. Whoever wins it will have a massive, massive chance of qualifying into the final as we see another goal go in. That is Fernandez. And that is 6-1.
It's one of those situations again where, there's a difference between losing it in good areas and losing it in not so good areas. And when you lose the ball in central areas near to your own goal, you're going to get punished.
Oh, hello. That's absolutely ridiculous.
That's a great finish.
From Rayoni Medina. Yeah. Wow.
I was just going to say about Birmingham's defensive structure there, because they were quite open. So they had, no real structure, no one on the second post. And for me, they're a bit open, but they're trying to probably gamble a little bit to try and get out to the ball. But again, you can't take anything away from the finish.
First minutes for Renika Gaskin, the number 2 for Birmingham. getting into the thick of things there. He's going to track Paul Freeman.
Great pass from Lucas Totti there. Ian needs to do better with the set, and that would have probably been another goal. Really worked well between those two.
It's a clever blindside run from Jacques Paul, but well read by the goalkeeper Lahore. Jew, Paul Freeman, Jew, another one. That is I tell you what, that is a brilliant bit of work from Liam Paul Freeman. The weight of that little cross shot just to allow Jew to get around the other side is brilliant.
I'm going to say it's a shot that he tried to roll in the goal, but again, you know, the parallel or corner run takes the player out, and then what was really clever here from Jew, he's followed that up, and actually, you know, it's just his instinct to follow it up and get in the D. It's probably let him have another goal, because from my angle it was going wide actually. So,
but that is that for this game. Smiles on faces from the Helvetia boys and from the Birmingham team as well. That was a really high-level game. Really enjoyed that one. With Rani Medina, captain of Helvetia, that must be a pretty satisfying performance to come back into this National Futsal Series with.
Yeah, I was missing it a lot as a team. I personally was missing as a man. So it was also nice to come, win, score. That was a great feeling. So
a couple of lovely goals from yourself as well. I know you made your name on scoring goals. There's a couple of lovely ones today.
Yeah, I tried my best. Firstly, to get the win, and then secondly, if I can add, we've scored some goals. That's even amazing for me.
Talk to me a little bit about your team, because there was so much quality on show, but no matter what the combination on the pitch was, you seemed to improve so much, particularly in that second half.
Yeah, we have some new players, so we could train much, to be fair. I was abroad as well, so I need some time to get into the team as well. We're going to grow into the competition, I'm sure about it. Hopefully we can get to the final and show off all the quality we have on this squad.
What did you say at half-time to try and change the game? Because for us on commentary, 4-1 at half-time seemed like a little bit of an unbalanced scoreline, despite you being quite far in front. Quite even first half. Second half, you seem to show a little bit more of yourselves.
Confidence and patience. We have confidence in ourselves, you know the quality. Hardly going to be a game without scoring a goals. As you know, we have quality in the squad, so we're confident that we're going to score. And the patience is like, we've got 40 minutes to win. We've got 3 more games. We don't care if it's going to be 10-0, 1-0. We need to win. We've got 3 points, and that's why we're going to get out to the Champions League again. That's why I use it to play normally.
It's a group of death.
Group of death, but it's good for us because keep us, aware of everything. We cannot rely on our quality. We need to show heart, show passion, to get ready to find and make sure whoever's going to be on the other side beat them and go Champions League again.
The last question I wanted to ask you about Vitor, because he was our man of the match on commentary. His performance today, he was playing in slippers at times, wasn't he? He's some player.
Different level, but obviously as a team we prefer today not only one player. However, we know his quality, we know where he's coming from, so we know the level he's easy to play. So he showed up again, but I think like without the group he could not much. So yes, I agree with you, he was playing the match by far. However, with the group, he becomes even better.
Well played today.
Thanks so much, see you guys soon.
Final game of the day is about to get underway. It should be a cracker. Manchester versus Loughborough. Cannot wait to get going. Caught up with a man from either camp, and both of them cannot wait. First I chatted to the chief exec of Manchester, that's Simon Wright, and then João Almeida was poetic on the return of futsal.
Simon Wright, chief exec of the Manchester Futsal Club. Simon, first of all, how nice is it to be back inside St George's Park? Beautiful court, back for the National Futsal Series. It's nice, isn't it?
It's definitely a nice feeling. Look, it's been a long time. It's nice to hear, the trainers squeaking on the court, balls flying around. Like we're preparing for a game, which is amazing that we're at that point now. So yeah, delighted to be here.
And speaking of the game itself, a great game in prospect as well. Really competitive one, we're thinking here between you and Loughborough. How much are you looking forward to it?
It's going to be a great game. Manchester and Loughborough games always competitive. We always like to push each other hard. They're two clubs that have been around in English futsal for a long time. So I'm expecting today, even though it's our first game back, it will have everything. It will be competitive. Everyone will be committed. Everyone will be going for the win. So yeah, looking forward to it.
João Almeida with Loughborough. João, I'm so looking forward to this game. I know you are too. How nice is it to be back, first of all? It's been a little while since I've seen competitive futsal from me.
14 months.
Not that you've been counting.
Yeah, 14 months. You want me to say the days? No, yeah, it's amazing to be back. It's for me, this is more than a competition. This is a celebration of futsal. For us, futsal community in England, it's a possibility to do again what makes us happy, and to show that we never give up on the game, and that we will be here all the time for the game, doing our best to put the game to the next step, following also the great show that NFS is starting to give to futsal, the promotion, all of this organization. So yeah, it's great to be back, and as I said, it's more than a competition. More important than losing or winning is to celebrate the comeback. We are fighting back for the game.
Let's have a look at the teams. We start with Manchester. They'll be playing in blue. Kai Bone is the keeper. Their starting outfield 4 is Jordan Edge, Uriel Araujo, Jeffrey Abudafor and Scott Thompson. As for Loughborough, they're going to start with Joseph Bickerstaff in between the sticks. Jan Meerveld is also starting with Lawson McCarthy, Ruben Santos and Will Rook. Strange one, isn't it, for Loughborough, with that sort of constant thing we've got to be aware of, and Gerard talked about it in his interview beforehand, was they've got to constantly be prepared for that 3-year cycle. It doesn't change. They always have to be aware, and they weren't aware there, that's for sure. Yeah. The game's first goal comes from a set piece, a goal out of nothing for Scott Thompson of Manchester.
Great goal.
Loughborough switched off.
Yeah, just not quite enough pressure on the ball here. Getting out to it, turning back. Jake Barnes really pressing really, really well.
The ball from Stapleton, that's a lovely move. Abdullahi!
That's probably the biggest chance of the game there. You know, Loughborough getting opened up there from, I think it was Jake Barnes and Giles Collier, and probably one of the biggest, other than Ruben Santos, is the really opened up chance, and 2-0 makes it a different game. Manchester's settling well into the tempo, really looking after the ball well, moving the ball at their pace.
Number 7 on the court for the first time is Ilya Ovechkin. Now a chance for Loughborough and an equaliser for Loughborough.
Great high press from Loughborough there. I was just saying about how, you know, Manchester settled into going, moving at their pace, and all of a sudden Loughborough sprung into a high press and stole the ball, and then this 2v1 on the backman. Great little let off from I think it was Meerveld into the first time finish, which we spoke about earlier, which is so important. So again, game on here, we thought it'd be tight, and it's looking that way.
Langley.
Loughborough working it out of pressure well.
It's a great ball, great run as well from Hale. Looks to find the back post. It's a brilliant, brilliant Loughborough goal. Johnny Langley there to apply the finish, but it was a lovely move. And Loughborough, from 1-0 down, find themselves 2-1 up here in the Summer Showdown, and that is a fantastic team goal.
Sometimes they're human, right? They're human.
Thought Almeida was going to join us on the court for a second. Oh, chance here, 2-on-1. King with Stapleton. Here's Stapleton. Oh, and he fires wide.
Loughborough going into their 2-1-1 press. The first line being really aggressive with that cover and balance on the second line. And then they're just covering player Jan on the back, who controls it. What a ball that is.
What a ball. Reducio King.
Oh,
that's a brilliant bit of keeping from Bickerstaff. He'll fall for a do before. That's a penalty all day. Oh, he's given a corner.
Oh, no, it's a penalty.
He has given the penalty.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's a brilliant bit of play from first Manchester to fight the ball over the top. The touch from King was brilliant.
Save.
Amazing goalkeeping there. But a do before is definitely tripped there. His right leg is grabbed.
It's a great first save. And I think he just got a little bit excited. Joe Bickerstaff is difficult in those situations, but he probably just needed to stop and make it really difficult for Jeff to go round him, but probably just caught him early on his foot, I think.
Reducio King. 2-2. Reducio King has just absolutely walloped it down the line.
Manchester here started the half well, like you say, through those 4 players that were on. You know, George and Edge.
Oh, Araujo round Bickerstaff. Is that another penalty? It is. Well, this is amazing. Yellow card's been shown, I think, to Hunter. Maybe a bit of dissent, but this is amazing. It's a carbon copy, this. It is Hunter who fouls him, actually. I thought from our angle it looked like Bickerstaff brought him down, but it is Hunter with the foul, isn't it?
Hunter, yeah, the referee said Hunter fouled him. It wasn't Bickerstaff this time. Within seconds, this game's changed.
Incredible. Played 2 minutes and 7 seconds of this second half, and Manchester are going to go from 2-1 down to 3-2 up if Reducio King can find the target here. He can! First couple of minutes of a half. You can do something like this which may end up losing you it.
Yeah, sure. And I think that's where...
Araujo, chance for Ovechkin, and there's a do before. And this match has turned totally on its head.
Yeah, great goal from Manchester there. I think it's Ovechkin down the side that's done really well. The ball's managed to, again, turning on in the central area, managed to find that corner, and he's found the second post, I think, to Jeff.
Santos. Oh, great goal.
It's a great finish. I was just about to say, I think it was on to slice it and put it into a diagonal pass. But again, he found his left foot. You know, I think we know what capabilities Ruben Santos has with his left foot toe punk. So Loughborough changed tactics here, going in more of a high press. So like I said before, they might take the gamble a little bit as the game goes on. So sit off for a bit, not make so many fouls, but then in this moment they're going to high press a little bit more.
Oh, brilliant feed from Araujo. Now on the far side is Thompson, post and out. Extraordinarily dangerous because it's difficult to do anything from that position.
Yeah, well, it's difficult, but then you've got the cutback, you've got the second post, and you've also got the pressure that's coming out to the ball, so it creates different passing lines. So they've probably got to get the ball there, and that player then has time to pick whether to go back safe, to come back out, because the defender have to defend the space, you know, in front of the ball, so they have to drop behind the ball. But whilst they're playing in front of them like this, it's not too much of a problem.
Chance. Thompson, can he get the target? Yes, he can!
And then force things, you know, so I was just saying that if you play in front of him like that, it forces things.
That might do it. Scott Thompson with a brilliant finish when he needed it. Turfree's pass picked, and Thompson was on the spot. No way through for Santos. Morgan tries to feed Langley, again blocked out.
Just got to keep moving it from central areas. Try and get it into people like Ruben. Attacking.
That's a brilliant goal.
That's what they've got to do. Down the side, second post, top of D. You know, when it goes into those wide areas, you want your attacking players landing on second post, top of D, and then the player needs to pick the best decision. So here, I can't remember who's the bot player here.
It's Langley with the
John
cross.
Langley, Neil Morgan, second post. They're defending the wide areas a lot more aggressively now, Manchester, because they don't want that ball to go down the side, which was causing problems.
But that's the
What's
issue.
the save?
When you let Will Rook let fly from the central areas, Kai Bone flying away to his right to keep this out. That's a brilliant stop.
Yeah, and you're completely right. When you want to protect the central areas more, and then this is all about making the right decision.
That wasn't
the right decision. Yeah. It didn't even make the defenders move.
15 seconds. Rook.
Got to find that down the side pass, I think, again. That's what's going to cause them problems.
Rook lets fly, deflected over the bar. 4 seconds off the corner. That's all they'll have.
Great finish to this game.
Yeah, been a brilliant day. It's a fitting finale. Mevald smashes it. Can he tee it up? No, that's straight out, and I think that will just about drag Manchester kicking and screaming over the line.
That'll be enough.
Manchester do it. What a big win that is for them in Group B of the Summer Showdown. A must-win game for both teams is won by the team in blue, the team from Manchester, who were 2-1 down at half-time. Two very quick second-half penalties quickly turned the tables. And that was a second half, which I think we'll remember for a little while.
Well, a brilliant game, a really fitting finale to a wonderful day's futsal, and with our man of the match from that last game, Jordan, that was fast, it was frenetic. What was that like to be a part of?
That was, it was intense, a very intense game. First came back to play Loughborough, we know they're a very intense side, so we knew we had a lot to do before we even kicked off. So it was a big mental game, so as much as physical. So
you had a lot to do at half time as well, going in 2-1 down at the break, and then all of a sudden within 3 minutes at the start of the second half, the match turned on its head. What was said at half time to change the way you guys played?
Oh yeah, we put a lot on our shoulders for this game. Like, it's 14, 15 months out, it's big to come to St George's, play Loughborough. We had to calm ourselves down. We knew there was another 20 minutes. The game of futsal is very long. Like a half of futsal, you can do anything, and like we've shown, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Yeah, it was a good performance, but the boys did amazing. Like, at half time, they didn't lose their heads, they stayed calm. It was great.
It's time to end our coverage from today's play. We will see you next week. We're back at the Walsall campus at the University of Wolverhampton, where the summer showdown will continue. We will.